The world feels like it's on edge, and everybody is asking the same thing. It's not just about wanting peace, it's about who has the actual clout, the trust, to make it happen. Who can pick up the phone and actually get everyone to listen?
The answer, at least according to the analysis we're looking at today, might just come from a very interesting place. It points directly to these two leaders, Modi and Putin, as potentially holding the key. So let's dig into why that is.
All right, so let's start with India. In today's really divided world, India has managed to carve out this unique space for itself, as a kind of diplomat to all sides. So what makes its position so powerful right now?
Well, it all kicked off with this major public signal. On Eid, Iran's president reached out directly to Prime Minister Modi. Now, what makes this a big deal is the context, right? India is the current chair of BRICS. We're talking Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. This call wasn't just a friendly chat. It was a global nod to India's growing influence on the world stage.
So what's India's secret sauce here? Well, in a world that's splitting into camps, picking sides, India has somehow managed to stay connected to everyone. And this isn't just about being neutral. It's about actively building real trust with countries that, frankly, don't trust each other.
And this slide really puts that network into perspective. I mean, look at this. India has strong ties with the US and a deep partnership with Israel, but at the very same time, it keeps the lines of communication wide open with Iran and key Gulf states. Pulling off that kind of a balancing act is incredibly rare, and that's what makes India so valuable in a crisis. And this quote from the analysis really says it all. The argument here is that Prime Minister Modi might be the only leader out there who can get everyone on the phone, from Tehran to Tel Aviv to Washington, and just have a frank, honest conversation. But hold on, this isn't just about goodwill or playing the global peacekeeper. India has very real, very personal stakes in this conflict, and that's a powerful motivator for peace.
And that brings us to this absolutely staggering number, 1 crore. That's 10 million. 10 million Indian citizens living and working in the Gulf region. So for India, this isn't some faraway problem on a map. It's a potential crisis that affects millions of its people and the stability of its own economy. Sitting on the sidelines just isn't an option.
Okay, so that's one half of this powerful duo. Now for the other, Russia. With India's huge personal stake established, what exactly does President Putin bring to the table in this specific situation?
And it's a fair question, right? But in this specific crisis, the analysis we're looking at points to two key advantages that make him a crucial player.
And here they are. First, Putin has deep influence in Tehran. He's seen as a trusted partner of Iran. And second, he has a direct line to Washington. Now that combination, that's a potential game changer.
This unique position makes him what the source calls a rare diplomatic conduit. Think of it like this. He can be the bridge between two capitals, Washington and Tehran, that are definitely not speaking to each other directly.
So you've got India's broad universal trust on one side, and then you've got Russia's very targeted direct access on the other. So what's the potential when you combine those two forces?
Well, their strengths are almost perfectly complementary. It's like they're two sides of the same coin. Modi brings that trust from the wider region, including those key Gulf states, and Putin has the direct line to the core players, Iran and the US. It's not that one is more important than the other, it's that together they cover all the bases.
And let's remember who we're talking about here. These aren't minor players. Modi leads the world's biggest democracy, a rising economic powerhouse. Putin leads a global military and nuclear power. When these two speak, the world listens. Their combined authority is just immense.
So all of this builds to a final, and I've got to say, a very bold conclusion about what this duo represents on the world stage right now.
And here it is, the bottom line from the analysis. In a world that's desperately searching for a steady hand, this duo isn't just a good option. The argument is they might be the only real option. Now that is a powerful claim about the current state of global leadership.
And so that leaves us with one final crucial question. The potential is clear. The need is definitely urgent. But is this a role India should even take on, especially with all its own domestic priorities? And hey, even if the answer is yes, will it? That's really the billion-dollar question, isn't it?